minute. It is, let's see, it's the 16th Sunday, cold Northeast, and we're here to share again the CNY Fertility Live. Good morning to everyone. Questions are welcome, comments are welcome, whatever we can do to improve this journey for all of us. We know how difficult it is, but somehow it's meant to be difficult. So Dr. Rob Kiltz, CNY Fertility, the Fertile Fireside Chat, and live again. My shout out and wave to everyone, YouTube and Facebook, Instagram. I hope you guys, can you hear me? Thumbs up. Tell us where you're listening to us from. Always very important that you guys are just tell us your name or your handle and where you're listening to us or watching us from, and hoping you could do both, either listen and watch. Christina, for Sarah, optimistically infertile. Again, I'm Dr. Rob Kiltz. Dr. Faruqi is going to be joining us momentarily. Raiden, Ashley, colorist, the contour, Dr. Radisha Brown, hello, JJ Patterson. Again, I can't mention everyone, but I'm grateful to everyone that's listening and learning with us. And our CNY Fertility team members are really amazing, doing the very best they can right now in this COVID craziness between getting tests or getting COVID, or whether or not you should get the vaccine or not. I don't know that answer anymore. Each of us must be responsible for our own health and wellness. And that's why we're here sharing thoughts and ideas on with things like the family building guide and Kiltz's keto. I'm going to put Kiltz's keto carnivore for fertility, but I'm mostly carnivore but listen, whatever you choose to be and do in your direction of your fertile journey, CNY Fertility, all of our practitioners and team members support you. Tiffany from South Carolina, Melissa, Wichita, Kansas. Let's see, Bethany from Binghamton, New York, and Tara. Good luck, family struggling. Listen, we're all struggling in life. I wear this because it reminds me of the struggles that I go through, and find whatever spiritual, religious, non-religious, but find some positive energy and a path in this whole process. That's why I've written my daily inspirations, daily intentions, because I need more help than anyone out there. And to my CNY Fertility Syracuse OR team, amazing, gratitude, and what they're doing is amazing. And again, always the best. Let's see, Allie, hey to you. Oh, wait a minute. The special guest today, Dr. Faruqi, is joining us, and as you know, because he's already on the playbill. And Dr. Faruqi, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Awesome. And Dr. Faruqi's mainly in Montreal, but taking care of all of us from around the country and the world. So we're grateful to have him. And this path is not easy. It's not meant to be easy. And so anyone can do easy. The hard is what we're all working as a family, right? And it's not just CNY Fertility. Go through all the amazing fertility centers in the country and the world. We're all working together. All right. Allie, I mentioned your name, Florida. Next month, awesome. Kiltz's keto and feeling amazing. It is the game changer. And to me, it's Kiltz's keto carnivore, and one meal a day is like the top notch, right? Staying on this through IVF, Sarasota office become a location to offer all services, monitoring now, consults now, but it will be doing retrievals, transfers, and I'm praying the work and the team members all come together for June, July of 22. If you know anyone that's interested as an embryologist, andrologist, nurse, front office, all of the team members that we can bring together to help you in keeping it affordable, integrating Eastern and Western medicine. That's what we have here. And I'm going to let Dr. Faruqi pick some questions. We're all sharing for each and every one of us.
Well, there's a question right here. Melissa Grave, how long is the wait for donor eggs? Actually, it isn't that long. The longest time that is taken is for the patients to choose the donors, really.
And to get into the system.
Yeah, because it is not long at all. You just need to find a donor that's suitable for you, and that's probably where you wait the most.
It is, but be more open. But if you have a donor out there that you want to bring into CNY, please, if you want to maybe donate some eggs and do IVF, if you're in the right category, whereas maybe you're well under 35, preferably under 30, tubal ligation reversal, do IVF, share some eggs, lower the cost. And the more you guys share, maybe do you have any medications available or ideas available? And maybe we need a separate blog that you guys create separately from CNY. That might be a good way to go for that, right?
Yeah.
All right.
There's a question here from Sarah McManus. Stopping progesterone in oil, is it safe at 10 weeks? I've had 4 previous losses, and I've seen some people stay on it for 12 weeks. Why is it different? Actually, it really isn't that different, because the reason we give you progesterone in oil is to supplement the progesterone production from the placenta of a young pregnancy, and we pretty much aware that around 6 weeks, the placenta produces enough progesterone to handle the situation. And obviously we like to overlap, so that's why we do 10 weeks. There's a lot of clinics that just do 12 weeks. I personally don't see a huge difference between 10 weeks and 12 weeks, because if you're between 10 and 12 weeks, even at 10 weeks, you probably don't even need that progesterone.
Stay on it longer. I'm just going through that. Yeah. I think there's a lot of evidence coming up, new, maybe some old stuff, using even progesterone oil every other day, maybe or once a week at least throughout your pregnancy, and possibly, and there's another form of progesterone to do that, might be longer.
Vaginal progesterone?
And then vaginal, prometrium, endometrium, or quinone throughout your pregnancy.
Yeah, so there's other reasons to do that, principally to avoid preterm labor, uterine contractions.
But also maybe miscarriage. Again, we don't really know the answer, but I would say stay on it.
Yeah.
Even prednisone longer, low-dose naltrexone longer. And remember, carnivore, keto, 1 meal a day. That's Kiltz's way, or the CNY Fertility way.
I do that.
Yeah. And Faruqi's the lion too. And so the more we do that, the amazing. All right.
So, people always ask us, by the way, how is it that you can do 1 meal a day? The answer is very simple. If you start eating proteins and fat
and protein,
fat
and protein,
yes, you're not really that hungry. It's super easy to do 1 meal a day.
Right. Remember, keto is a high fat, low protein, low carb diet. But let's change the word diet and make it the optimal human nutritional fertile solution. Kind of long, I know, but it is a crazy in this. You want to get Lydia?
Yeah. So Lydia, how soon can I stop Lovenox? I'm 7 weeks and I'm hoping to end it. Prednisone also, weight gain has been extreme. That's probably from the prednisone, which you will lose when you stop that. Well, it was the question we just answered earlier. Generally, depending on an average situation, about 10 weeks, but there's people that we leave on prednisone throughout the pregnancy because their particular story or what has happened to them in the past has enough reasons for us to leave them on it. But we don't like leaving patients on it if you don't need it.
Right, but remember, inflammation is the leading cause of all disease, and infertility is a disease, right? And we have to claim it as such. Too much in this world, infertility is just not a disease, but it's like every other. It's like kidney disease, heart disease.
Right, it's 100% a disease.
It is. So in my opinion, we need to look at using prednisone longer, Lovenox longer, aspirin longer, LDN longer, carnivore throughout your pregnancy, carnivore, keto, 1 meal a day. And we're going to get rid of the word diet and let's get rid of the word keto potentially, but that's our label right now. We're doing our best, but I think you need to take it individually, but I would say more and more stay on it longer and longer.
I tell all my patients now to stay on aspirin till 36 weeks because there's pretty good evidence now that it prevents preeclampsia, or what we call toxemia in pregnancy. So there is benefit staying on it for longer.
THT contour. Let's see. We are trying to get pregnant. When should I get my fertility tested? I'm in Southern California. I'm the kid from Silver Lake, Southern Cal. Grew up there. I'm still. My intention is a place there. We're working on it, but I would say whenever you feel it's time, 3 months, 6 months, 8, 9 months, a year. If no one knows this. We made up a label, 1 year of trying. I think that might be too long. Maybe you want to at least get a sperm count, an HSG, and some baseline blood work. Maybe,
especially if you're over 40. I wouldn't wait.
I would say that at any age, again, whatever you feel is the time, talk to your family practice, your OBGYN, your fertility specialist. But anywhere and everywhere, you have the right to at least gain some knowledge and information. This age appropriate, but remember, you're the one that decides. There's so much information. You're the one that has to decide on that. Hey, K2, how you doing? I know it's a little white on Instagram, but it's the very best I know today, right? Dallas, Claudia, Shona, hello, how are you doing? Virginia, Albany, we're just at a retrieval. Dr. Grossman, Dr. Ditkoff, amazing team members. Duluth, Minnesota, Lindsay Holter, how you doing? By the way, we at CNY Fertility take care of male factor fertility issues. We will be glad to do a consult with one of our practitioners. We'll order ultrasound, testicular scrotal, semen analysis, and blood work. And then if you need any biopsies or any other work, we'll help guide that. Really, we're here as a comprehensive fertility center. And rather than send you off somewhere else, we have the ability to care for all of it. Noel, you want to get that?
Lilo, I just failed frozen embryo transfer. I did protocol 3. Dr. Kills transferred me. My embryo moved up there. Hold on. I did add-ons, wash, Lovinox booster, aspirin to this transfer, which I didn't do for the fresh that worked. Should I not do add-ons next time and stick to what worked for fresh? Every pregnancy has its own story, and it doesn't necessarily work that we just go and repeat what worked in the past. Add-ons, the worst that it can do is cause no harm. HCG wash, we've had a lot of pregnancies with it. We do it quite often, and I tend to do it now on almost everyone. There seems to be better implantation rates. Lovinox is the same story. It helps, and it helps against it's basically all stuff that we're trying to do to help you against the inflammation and the immune situation going on. You don't have to do it if you don't believe it.
I think sometimes simplicity falls in the way, because the whole truth about all this stuff of what we're doing, we don't really know the answer. We're simply giving ideas and a menu of options that you choose in this. We do a lot of natural letrozole trigger transfer without any extra, maybe a little progesterone. Certainly keto, carnivore, 1 meal a day to me is the game changer. But remember, vegan, vegetarians, Mediterraneans, we support wholeheartedly. Again, so I would say that if you did something that was successful, let's look back to that and go that route. How's that sound?
Yeah. But none of this will harm you, in other words, or the embryo, actually.
That's correct. Do you want to get Carolyn?
Lucy Karen, I'm almost 38. Hey, what do you do there? I'm almost 38, recently starting keto. How soon can I start IVF? And what vitamins can I start taking? Show the word. You have
we have a brand called Molecular Fertility. If you do a really whole foods, now what I get to is the carnivore, keto, 1 meal a day, you might not need these things. But we've looked at other supplements and we're using the same formula. We hope you're giving good quality and also good pricing. For us, affordability, quality, and access is what we strive for every day. We're not perfect, but the Molecular Fertility, male and female, and then the ovarian bloom is another one for those with any dysfunction of the ovaries. My theory is it's always ovarian dysfunction, it's always testicular dysfunction, and it's always the implantation environment. So that's another thing. And plus we have the Dr. Kilt's nutritional solutions, the grass-fed liver and the grass-fed beef organs, which it's for those that are kind of shy to eating liver. I think organ meats are the number one. And my bet is that we are likely not meant to be herbivores or meant to be either omnivores or carnivores. And my bet is that for an infinite number of years, we ate the organ meats. And so again, maybe 2 to 6 weeks or 4 to 8 weeks is a good starting on that, right?
Actually, your body feels different when you're on this diet. And when you start feeling that difference, that's probably the right time to do something.
It is true. But I would say that really what we're working to do on keto carnivore 1 meal a day, eliminate the fiber, is clear the GI tract, the bag, which contains all the poisons from the plants, because plants make poisons to kill bugs and beasts. And they just think of us as another bug and a beast. And my bet is a plant-based diet is absolutely the leading cause of all disease. All right. Noel Lilo.
How often do we see an embryo not survive the thaw process? Is there data monthly? It's actually quite rare.
Yeah, it's maybe 1%.
If that. Yeah.
One in the low percentage, because we're in general freezing. And I recommend a lot of day 3 freezes. You can always thaw and go to blast later. Embryos in the bank or in your uterus are always better. The one that you wish you would have transferred earlier or froze earlier. So you want to get Gwendolyn.
All right. So hello, Gwendolyn. I start my Lupron today. Unfortunately, had early menstruation, ovulated quickly before my FET. Any advice on what to try along with the prednisone and Lupron? Well, it's back to the question we answered earlier. We have all these add-ons: HCG wash, intralipids. You didn't mention here, but we could Lovenox fragment, which is the same thing.
Yeah, and I would just get ultrasound and blood work, and sometimes just get going. Yeah. The menstrual cycle comes at waves, and sometimes if you're not getting your menstrual cycles, just do it. And I would say that, and I'm even working on how to reduce the need for all these bloods and ultrasounds and make it simpler for everyone out there.
Yeah, because different doctors, have you noticed that different doctors do different amounts of blood work? Us, we barely do any.
We do.
I mean, back in Montreal, I do almost no blood work, and we have the same success rates. It's just a question.
I think we have higher than you.
No, you don't.
Listen, I think, to the point where you say, I don't want blood work, I just want ultrasound. And that's where we're really moving to natural, maybe a letrozole trigger, even for IVF and frozen transfer, with or without all these add-ons, with or without ERA, receptiva, laparoscopy. That's really the thing that I talk a lot about in all of this. Let's see. Gwendolyn, let's see here. Alternate to birth control.
Well, I mean, progesterone.
I like to use estrase 2 milligrams, prometrium 200, either 2 to 4, 200 to 400. That's what I use. I don't use the birth control pill. We like to use either Cerevital or human growth. But number one is, do you need all this stuff? You don't need it. You may look really to that. How can I get to the healthiest? The lioness and the lion, remember, that's what we are. It's so amazing in this journey. When we learn the simplicity of the human miracle machine, it's a temple. It's not an amusement park. Alcohol is deadly. Fruit, fiber, vegetables, seeds, and nuts are deadly. Lean meat is deadly. There's a rabbit starvation diet, which basically, if you eat only rabbit, it's not good for you. You need to eat fat. I don't know how many thousands of years ago you would never give up fat. And we have become fat phobic, and that's the wrong message. I was walking through No James Market here in Marcellus the other day. Amazing market. Their meats and everything is good in there. But I'm just noticing, and it's every supermarket out there. Most of it is processed in a box, a package, or a bottle. And real nature's food is in the meat case or the dairy case a little bit. I do eggs and cream and butter. That's it. Oh, a little bit of cheese. Agnes Kesa, hello, how are you doing? Klitz or Kilts is all good, by the way, or Hey You, or Dr. K, or K1, K2. Natalie Fox, you want to get that, Dr. Faruqi?
Yes, I'm 43 years old. I produce too. Can you bring that back down there?
Let's see.
So Natalie, sorry about that. I'm 43 years old. I have 11 blasts out of 2 IVFs, but no normal embryos. It's better to do a fresh transfer and not do PGS. Well, fresh and frozen is one question. Not doing PGS is another question. We used to do a lot of PGS a couple of years ago, thinking that we hit the golden recipe here. It didn't work. Why didn't it work well?
Well, now if I biopsy the skin of Dr. Faruqi right here, it come back abnormal. And basically, if his mother, beautiful parents, if they tested him before he got into her, they would have thrown him out. The truth is, we're all imperfect. All of our biopsies are imperfect. Plus, they're often wrong. And so if you think the body isn't capable of repairing itself, number one, it does. And our diagnostic testing in medicine is often in error. I think your son had a positive COVID screen, and then he got the PCR, and a week later he found out that it was negative. Look, diagnostic testing is wrong many times.
And PGS, we're not even testing the embryos. We're testing the cells around the embryos. And it appears that perhaps 15 to 20% of the embryos that we tested and said that they were negative were actually normal.
So we're all abnormal.
Yes.
Who amongst us has the right to be in a uterus, a chance to be alive? I don't know that answer. The problem is that when everyone's looking for the right answer, the truth be said, it's often wrong. So I think we really need to look at a different way of doing this. But but remember, we are only given our thoughts and ideas. Whatever you decide, we are on your side. So if you want to do PGS or whatever, we'll be glad to do it. All right, Andrea, could you explain if the embryo stopped growing at day 3, is it more likely an egg quality issue? I think it's a sperm quality issue myself, but remember, it's either egg, sperm, or the embryo, or the culture conditions. That's why I've seen so many people not be able to grow to blast. We do a day 3, freeze, fresh, or frozen, bingo, a baby.
Yeah.
So if what you're doing isn't working, do it.
Because there's another thing that a lot of people think.
One more thing? 2 more things.
A few things.
Right.
Okay. So there's a few things, but a lot of patients, maybe even a lot of doctors, we think that if we lost an embryo between day 3 and day 5, that was a bad embryo. I don't believe that that's always the case. Sometimes you lose the baby that was supposed to be because you just decided to go to day 5. So generally, if we don't have a lot of embryos, I really prefer freezing day 3. And
you can always go to blast. And we transfer it to day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and day 7 stages. All of those can happen, by the way. Let's see. Just a little note. Thank you for always sharing. Tell us your name, where you're from, or whatever your pseudonym is. And then also at 11 o'clock today, I'm going to be interviewing Sarah Zaldivar on my YouTube and Facebook. I may try to get everyone to see it on Instagram, but just learning from others that are doing nutritional conversations about keto, carnivore, and ideas. Share this out there. That's what we want to be doing. But most of all, we're here for each and every one of you individually. And so remember, the goddess and the god is you. You're in charge of the human miracle machine. And we've been mass manipulated by the masters that want to sell us too much shit. Sorry, most of it you do not need. Occam's razor, the simple answer is the one. And I think faith in God is the most powerful concepts and lessons we can learn. Whether you're religious or not, If you believe in the thing you desire as if it is, it shall be that or better. And really, that's the part that we're doing here. My good friend, Dr. Faruqi, and all of you are part of my family, and I'm grateful to that. I'm grateful for Miss Tia taking care of me, my beautiful, amazing daughter, Pilar, but really, I'm grateful to all of you. And the more we share this with OBGYNs, fertility doctors, I'm being sued by Dr. Gleicher for sharing DHEA with you. We need to share it out there, this open access. And I honor and love Dr. Gleicher, but I'm wondering why he's suing people for DHEA and trying to siphon money out of other people, which doesn't seem right.
And it doesn't even work.
Well, it may not work, by the way, but remember, you guys control the medical environment, decide where you want to put your time, energy, and money. What we want to do is flip it around. Remember, right now, it's like the doctors and the patients, but it really is the patients and the doctors are just another part of the healthcare environment. And what I've learned is what we're teaching is mostly incorrect. We are carnivores and hunters for thousands of years, and only in the last fraction of our existence have we been told to eat like an herbivore. Remember, herbivores are corralled, captured, domesticated animals, and even plants have been domesticated. It's time we kick some booty here, right? And change the fertility world. We are working diligently every day for free access to all this information. Your job is to share it out there, because what I'm finding out, if you have a method of treatment patent, you can sue anyone and everyone that uses your recipe. And Dr. Gleicher, that's not right. Please withdraw your lawsuits, and this mission is really not worth it. And again, I'm just going to stand still and accept the fact that I may have shared that DHEA might help you, but now I'm finding the science is snake oil. And most of those peer-reviewed journal articles are just about making more money. And we think that's wrong in medicine. So sorry for my soapbox. I'm going to get down to the place, but let's see. Tara, how about Dr. Faruqi? Do you want to talk to Tara for us a moment?
All right. So Tara, hello, Dr. Kills. Belated holidays. I want to say thank you again for giving me my 7-year-old miracle and never giving up on me. Between you and your staff, I appreciate you all so much. The most important word right there, never giving up. That is the common trait of all our patients that succeed. You do not give up, because you will always reach your goal. Patients ask me, what's my chances of having a baby? What do you tell them?
100%.
Me too.
100%.
100%.
And when you have faith always leads facts. Faith over facts and spirit over science. I know it doesn't seem right to us who are in the scientific world. I mean, we're scientists, but what I've learned is when you have faith in God and look in the mirror and God is within all of us. But when you guys all work together to share this energy and ideas, that's the amazing story and the truth and reality. We must all imagine and know that God is always working with each and every one of us. Let's see here. Oksana, how are you doing?
Yes. Hi, Dr. Kills. If you just mentioned that PGTA testing is not always correct, we've had 3 embryos and they all came back abnormal after testing. Would you say that we might have misdiagnosed based on PGT results? I don't know if we misdiagnosed, but what we tested showed that.
Right, but even if you test the baby, because recently I had someone that came back with 3 testing of an abnormal embryo, and then abnormal in utero, and then finally she has a normal baby. And so we need to step back and realize that all diagnostic testing is an odds of a diagnosis and disease, not an absolute fact. And then which diagnostic disease do we say doesn't have the right to be born? That's, I think, the really amazing part to this crazy ass story. Sorry for my language, by the way. But we miss, and it's like sin. Sin is missing the target. What we're doing here, all sinning in the fact that we can learn and listen to something better.
honestly, the best thing about PGT is we need to explain to you exactly what it is, its limitations. And I have a feeling that a lot of people put like a blind faith into PGT testing. And that's what we're trying to say.
Well,
it's not the case, because it is a great tool, but it is not a tool that gives you a black and white answer.
Science and all the experts, I don't care where you are, the experts are telling a story, and much of it is driven by the money. And no disrespect to any of them and all those that have the direction and drive to be successful, but we became doctors not to build our bank account, but to make more mommies and daddies. So parents over profits is our foundation, and we will continue that as long as I'm in this business at CNY Fertility.
And that'll be a long, long time.
Infinite, right? Yeah. It's all about this infinite journey that we're all on. Tina, is it a better chance? Bless you. Is it a better chance that an embryo will stick if the morphology is the only problem?
The embryo morphology we're talking about?
Inaccurate, right? Judge not, lest ye be judged. Our big, it's like we're taking pictures of a moving object, and then we're all saying, well, this morphology is right. But again, you have to have trust and faith in every embryo as a possibility. It might be true that those that have more symmetrical and more fall into a higher grade might do better. But once again, we're in the phase of judging when you want to imagine and know that every beautiful child has the right to be treated with love and acceptance, and that embryo is your child. So don't lose that part of it.
Hey, I can tell you a story about this.
Is it long or short?
Kind of.
Okay, tell it. Come on.
So we had it's a couple that we treated. They went to a ton of clinics. They even went to Europe, and they never got pregnant. And then they came to us, and they got 2 embryos. And when we looked at the embryos, they were like, shit, these are like really shitty embryos.
Someone said that.
Basically, I changed my mind after this story. So I said, oh my God, these are really shitty embryos. So I called you up and I said, Rob, how about we just transfer it for free? And if they get pregnant, then they'll pay us. We transferred those embryos, and they got a boy and a girl. And this is a true story. And they could not believe that we were so lucky, but we would have thrown those embryos away. Actually, we don't throw embryos away anymore. We never throw embryos away.
I recommend every embryo given the honor that it's deserving. Yeah. Your egg, your sperm, your embryo, and whether you use your uterus to carry or gestational carrier, or whether you adopt a baby or adopt embryos, there's so many infinite ways to do the journey. And we're on it to make it better and better. And so, in my opinion, grading. I mean, I was poorly graded in school, dyslexic, couldn't read, but I can tell you that experience taught me much in my life. And now I know that the struggles are all part of the building and strengthening life. And so, give each and every embryo its due chance.
It's judging an embryo.
Ex-babyface, good morning. Transfer December 23rd to 2 embryos positive, 97 to 237. 1277 HCG, then dropped. Gestational sac, measuring, no bleeding, no cramping, any advice. Well, think about every embryo that doesn't make it to a live, beautiful baby. There's some inflammatory process going around within the egg source and the sperm source or the implantation source. And if you could break it up into simplicity, my bet is you need to look at the Family Building Guide, which you can download a free copy on our website, or download a paper copy for a nominal fee on Amazon. And also Kiltz's Keto Lifestyle. I'm going to rename it Kiltz's Keto Carnivore Lifestyle for Fertility. Remember, keto encompasses all dietary processes, which are high fat, low to no carbs. And carnivore, it's a pure meat. I call it the babies: bacon, eggs, butter, beef, ice cream, and salt. And I'm going to get rid of the word diet. We're going to eliminate diet forever and ever and ever, because diets are dead. Remember, you're consuming a healthy nutritional solution, 1 meal a day at night, rest and digest, no fruit, fiber, seeds, nuts, no shakes or smoothies or protein shakes or keto bars. My good friend, Dr. Ken Berry, really has helped support so many, recognizing that you want to be eating the most healthy thing in the world. That I think will help. But look at the Immune 3 and Immune 4 protocols in the Family Building Guide. That'll give you some insight. And share with everyone, what did you do to help on this journey to make it the very, 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 very best journey? All right. I've talked enough, haven't I? Shut the, you know what, up, Dr. Kiltz.
By the way, your ice cream really tastes
Oh, the ice cream. I made ice cream yesterday with Michelle.
Yeah.
Kiltz's ice cream is 1 pint of cream, 1 egg, a tablespoon or 2 of real sugar. I don't like the fake stuff, by the way, and salt, or vanilla and a little chocolate if you want.
So you taught that to my son, and now every time he comes, we make him make the ice cream for us. Huh?
And so it's a game changer because it's fat in an egg.
Yeah.
You know, we need to eat fat. Like the fatty grease that came out of the frog I made the other day, or the ribeye steak, we pour it back on the steak. I make French fries fried in duck grease, and I pour the fat right back on those fries. Oh my God, amazing! And I think Maria Emmerich, by the way, Maria and I wrote a cookbook. Maria did most of the real work when it comes to the recipes, which, by the way, you can't patent a recipe. You shouldn't be able to patent a method of treatment. We got to get it out of there. Sorry, I threw that in there. Check this out on our website, and we're going to be giving these away in the next few months, and we're still giving away for those that win on the grant. But I'm really working to create a grant program to get fertility medications for free, IVF for a lower cost, and really sharing this free information for everyone that they deserve. Childbearing, when you're not fertile, you're not healthy. And to me, the plants want to make us infertile. They want to make us fertilizer. And it's the most crazy, amazing story you'll ever learn, that you and I are lionesses and lions, we're carnivores. That's it. All right. Oksana, did we finish that? Let's see. I'm looking at Connecticut, can travel to Syracuse, recommend PRP prior to the next IVF. I think intrauterine PRP trumps probably intraovarian in your case. I think carnivore keto, 1 meal a day. We use a lot of ovasitol and inositol. And this is where we support Theralogics, by the way, the Theralogic supplements, molecular fertility supplements. There's so many great supplements out there, by the way, but do you need them? There's no evidence that any of these supplements are required. Maybe the folic acid.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Vitamin, but if you eat liver and get rid of carbs altogether, lions show up. And remember, we're part of the pride. ERA on weekends?
We do egg retrievals on weekends. Saturday is usually the day we do it. Every now and then, in a critical situation, we might bring in our team to do one on Sunday. But with our Saturday retrievals, we rarely need to do them on Sundays.
We don't do Sundays. It's our day off, our day of meditation, of prayer, of connecting. Connect with your family if you're able to watch this on another day of the week because you're focusing on family and church or religion or whatever it is. Go out in nature. Listen to a podcast that's uplifting and spiritual and positive. Download, listen to one of these during your time of being out there into nature. Dean Aguzzo is let's know better than gonal FIUI. Low weight quality for my age. Is Iui worth it? Everything and anything is worth it. You have the most amazing egg quality, sperm quality, and environmental quality. Maybe we have to stop giving it a diagnosis. The diagnosis gives it the death sentence, right? I'm healthy and well. I'm fertile, great egg, sperm, embryos. And if what you're doing isn't working, then look at the Family Building Guide and go from there. Let's see, rkilts@cnyfertility.com, or what's yours, Dr. Fruki, at CNY Fertility?
It's F. Faruqi at CNY.
F. Faruqi at CNYfertility.com.
Yeah.
Scratch it. And okay, let's see. Claudia, I had a subchorionic hematoma that ended in a miscarriage. What protocol should I do for next transfer? Kiltz's keto lifestyle, 1 meal a day, and look at the immune 3, 4. Those are very helpful. We are, and the other is laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, scratch. Whether you add ERA or not, I think Receptiva DX is helpful. But if it's negative, 20% of people still may have endometriosis.
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Gomi in New Jersey, excellent laparoscopist, endometriosis specialist, Dr. Condrup in Sarasota. But send us your list of who are the really great endosurgeons out there. Or if you want to look to the medical treatment, we can help you with that. Or Alyssa or Lupron plus letrozole for at least 2 to 3 months. I think that is really great. Dr. Faruqi, do you want to get Melissa?
Oh, well, it's good morning from Montreal. Thank you, Dr. Faruqi, for a miracle after miscarriages and 7 IUIs. Currently 38 weeks waiting to meet our little man.
And there are so many stories.
Little baby lion.
With lioness
baby
and
lion.
lions. Listen, we are a lion pride. We are not corralled cattle, sheep, or pigs. We are not herbivores. We may be omnivores, but we were carnivores. And we need to get back to who and what we are, no matter your religion or spiritual belief. But I'm telling you, I'm sorry, eating a plant-based diet is deadly, deadly, deadly. Anna Robinson.
This year I had a natural loss, 2 IVF losses, and just nervous moving forward. My husband and I took some time off and are planning to transfer in March. I was told to add Lovenox and Plaquenil. That's the right spelling, by the way. And do HCG wash and PRP again. Is there anything else I should be doing? I'm also doing keto. I'm scared by anxiousness. And my anxiousness is getting in the way too. Well, it comes back to the faith and belief. That's probably more important than everything else we just wrote there. You got to believe. You have to believe. Remember the patient that sent us a thank you from earlier in this talk? She said, I never gave up. And that's exactly what you got to do.
Well, why don't we all together in our group of humans in this world all imagine Anna and her husband and a beautiful baby. Then remember, when we put it in the brain and we see it happening, that's a prayer meditation of visualization. It's the law of attraction.
Yeah.
And it Kiltz's keto, carnivore, 1 meal a day. And again, it's a label. It's not ownership. I don't own any of this. We will never patent any of this. And so know this, that Anna, you and your family never, ever, ever, ever give up. That's why faith trumps facts, spirit over science. We're all anxious and afraid. I've been afraid, and I feel it every day. Just doing this is sometimes hard and fearful. There's so many great experts that are far smarter than us. We all need to come together and realize that we are a family. We need to share the energy and the ideas. That's how I've learned from Marie Emmerich, Ken Berry. It's so many amazing, all these books and ideas that we have here, all the YouTube, Facebook, everyone. We're learning together, and we need to honor the herbivores, the omnivores, and the carnivores. Whatever belief system you have, let's start with honoring that, and then let's look at a way to believe that all of us as a family are full of love. That's why I put this. If I could I put these there to remind me that love, number one. And that's how we're really journeying. I mean, my good friend, Dr. Faruqi, inspired me and taught me how to fly. And we're all learning together. Dr. Lutheringer is our excellent, amazing surgeon within our CNY team. We're not mentioning everyone. Dr. Chang, Dr. D'Souza, Dr. Verdialis. We're just mentioning a few of them, but we're really working to train our practitioners to do embryo transfers, consults, or nurses, and that all of us we're counseling and coaching. We're not practicing medicine anymore. Remember, we're not here to tell you what to do or write you a prescription. We're counselors and coaches that you have the power to do what you choose to do. And this is the amazing craziness. Do we make mistakes all the time?
Yes.
Humanity is full of mistakes. this fertility Western journey is full of mistakes. That is the biggest understanding and challenge that we need to understand. Jaya Ra Pentaloglos Bacon. Recommend discontinuing coffee. Oh, we're coffee kings and queens.
I have one right here.
I don't know that that's the answer, but like anything, minimal. You want to breathe a tremendous amount of air, have infinite amount of faith, a little bit of coffee, tea, eliminate the alcohol. Wine, whiskey, and beer is deadly, in my opinion.
It's made from plants.
It's made from plants. And remember, what do plants want you to be?
Dead.
Fertilizer. Dead. That's the craziness, right? I know this story is humorous, isn't it? And we can't understand it. Our good friend Armando is visiting, and we're learning from Armando from Italy. But wherever you are from in this world, we're all bringing energy of love and ideas and creativity. And sometimes I'm afraid all the time. I'm anxious. I'm nervous.
So what do you do when you're afraid? We talk to our friends. That's why we have friends. You and me, we talk a lot about stuff like that.
Inspirational. I mean, every day we need to get inspiration from our friends, our family, our coaches and cheerleaders. Even when you listen to an idea that you say, no effing way, that's not true. Dr. Kiltz, you're wrong. You're wrong. And I would say, I'm wrong. And listen, everything is only what you believe it is. And when you recognize your belief might be faulty, or maybe Dr. Fruki has a better belief and I'm going to listen to him. We're going to wrestle and fight like my brother Tom and I. We're Irish twins. I was born March 12th and he March 2nd the next year. You know what Mom and Dad were doing. And but look we got to talk about sex and sensuality and love and kindness. And even when T is yelling at me, or my daughter's yelling at me, or even my team is yelling at me,
the nurses yell at you a lot.
It's always with love. And they told me that yesterday. We were at Mirbeau and Dom and Damien and Armando and Mikel, and just an amazing team of people gathering. And that's what this is. This is just a gathering, a conversation. And the more we could share that, the better. And I know I go on and on and on. And what do you want to tell me?
Yeah,
shut up.
He does. I don't say that, but you know what I'm thinking. All right, let's keep going here.
Kelly.
Kelly, okay, what's the best treatment for endo 3 months before a cycle when Lupron and LDN isn't working? Recurrent implantation failures after immune to PRP, HCG wash, and Neupogen. So you have endo. What is endo?
Well, endometriosis is intra-abdominal pelvic inflammation. That's all it is. We've labeled it one thing, but it's the same global thing. It's inflammation caused by, guess what? Dying from it. Plant-based diet. As an Italian Mediterranean, I know, but that's my number one thing. And so how do we treat inflammation? Keto first, faith first, and look at our immunologic protocols, which include IVIG, Humira, Cimzia, Plaquenil, Neupogen, Prograf, Lovenox, aspirin, prednisone. Have I missed anything?
A lot, but
acupuncture, massage, meditation, prayer, visualization, right? And by the way, it's all in our family building guide. Thank you to Will and Patrick and Kim, and I know I'm missing people. I apologize. We have so many people helping build this, and I'm grateful for everyone. And we're really working to learn from you gals, you guys, but very generic from everyone. And that's the key. We're at CNY Fertility. We take everyone. If someone in my team is labeling you in a derogatory, negative way, we need to all change it. Remind us, hey, Dr. K, listen, I'm a human being. No matter my size, shape, age, weight, gender, AMH, FSH, description of whatever it is, we're all on this human amazing journey. all over the globe, right? Remember, look at Star Wars. We're all fighting away. At the end of it, there's Darth Vader and Obi-Wan and all of those together saying, we're all a family of humans and God is our guide and director of the universe. And so the more all of us share this story, we can all be better and better.
A quick question from Dana Martini here. She didn't get her HCG. Can she use Menopur while she's waiting for the HCG? This is during an IVF stimulation cycle. The answer is, of course, yes. The reason we give HCG is trying to reduce our costs for our patients. But if you have Menopur, by all means, use it.
Absolutamundo. And hold on, everyone. I gotta clear up our screen here. And but we'll get to. Oh, there we go. We're back. We're back. So Menopur instead of HCG as the LH. The answer is
yes.
Rock on. How is everyone doing on this beautiful Sunday? Thank you for joining us, sharing the story. Dr. Faruqi likes, if you guys want to take a picture with them, ask all of our team members. We're here with you together. CNY Fertility is open source information. If it's published publicly today, the internet has opened up all those peer-reviewed journals, and all those peer-reviewed ideas are open access, and you guys are sharing them with me. I'm learning from you. I'm learning from Dr. Faruqi. We're learning around the globe ways that are new and different. Let's see. It's snowing cats and dogs. We're going to get a lot of snow tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah.
So go slow and easy. We're open in Syracuse, Albany, Buffalo, to all of our team members, wherever you're coming from. Go slow and easy. And if you're not able to get here, we'll figure it out. Listen, we'll figure getting you another cycle in one way or another and helping. And if you guys have medications to share, donate to people, let's create that donation protocol and way. We've got to do it for more people. It's the CNY way, right? But any word on Sarasota for transfer? Sarasota, June. We already got some build up. We're going to start putting those pictures up. Chris and team, John and CJ, to say the least, with many others, David and others, really helping us put it all together. All right, let's see here. Thank you, everyone. Oralisa, letrozole, and something else for 3 months. Either Lupron or Oralisa for 2 to 3 months, plus letrozole 5 milligrams is my treatment of endometriosis. The bowels and colon are filled with fiber, fruits, vegetables, seeds, and nuts, pasta, bread, carbs galore. And a high protein diet, by the way, is deadly. Keto, paleo is a high fat diet. That is the key. A nutritional solution for the human Ferrari. That's the best way. Chris Z, amazing. We all have to get Chris Z out to Hawaii for a few weeks. We're down to Sarasota. We're really working our team to master movement, help Colorado master the CNY way, help Sarasota master the CNY way. Again, between Sarah, Shelby, Sarah, Trish, Olivia, Kylie, let's see. I know my brain is missing. Oh, Amy, the amazing team in Syracuse, and I know I probably if I'm Ashley too from the and Lily, but our clinical team, Marnie, let's see, Larissa, Kayla, and I know
and Dr. Corley rocks.
Oh, Dr. Corley. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, come on, Dr. Corley.
Yes,
Dr. Corley. We love you, Dr. Corley. And Dr.
He's an
Corley,
awesome guy.
And so, he's the magic man in all of this. CBD, yes, we do have a CNY CBD. We had a molecular fertility DHEA, but working on ways that maybe there's a way, right? And I think we have to eliminate Dr. Gleischer's patents because Dr. Casper is the one. He wants to get into your charts, by the way. So we're going to be sending out a message that you can send to the patent office or to Congress or to ASRM, SART, AMA, take down these patents. They're not right. Method of treatment patents are open access information. Doctors should not be profiting over the open information that's about helping you have a baby. I think it's wrong.
You can't share your knowledge with people and then expect those people to pay you back.
The head of ASRM.
It's not our goal as doctors.
You guys need to write letters to the head of ASRM, the AMA, SART. Kevin Duty is helping in this. Dr. Fadi Sharara, Dr. Akhte. So many people are out there that you guys need to be protected. There are too many people being sued. There are Logics, MDR, Dr. Vidali, and Dr. Kirshner. Please, we all need to come together in this world to keep the cost of fertility and medical care reasonable. But these IVF cycles at $10, $20, $30,000, it's not right. We need to do something. I need your help. I need your help that you begin to write Congress. You have to write all the organizations. Please, we need your help in this. In order to keep the cost affordable, we're all going to work that. Fertility.DHEA. It earlier on, but whether or not DHEA works or not, or supplements work, even the FDA and FTC, we cannot claim it to treat any disease. Infertility is a disease. If you're claiming it helps the ovarian function, I'm sorry, you are going around the corner. It treats a disease if that's what it is, and maybe it's snake oil science. That's the craziness, right? Taking it before even, I know this, but again, these ideas. All right, Andrea, how about Sarah?
All right, Sarah Malevich. I've had several losses in 2 chemicals, and I keep pushing off the hysteroscopy until Dr. Kills recommended it for the 3rd time to me last October. I was stubborn and I didn't have it done. I didn't have it done in November, and my entire lining of uterus was a polyp. There was nowhere for implantation to happen. I felt terrible that I didn't listen. I highly recommend getting a hysteroscopy, DAC done, to be 100% sure that you don't have something underlying in there, because we were able to see my polyp.
So hysteroscopy, DNC, with or without a laparoscopy, we recommend it all day long. The scratch may be better than the ERA anyway. So, and listen, we're all stubborn, aren't we? All of us, we humans, that's our nature. Being stubborn is okay. And we're learning on the journey, right? It's a journey of learning. And let's see.
And by the way, if you do a treatment and you fail, it doesn't mean you fail. It's a stepping stone towards your goal. It's having a baby here is a voyage, and you need to take steps to get to that.
Well, my good friend Will, an awesome, amazing guy. He and I grew up in LA. We had some challenges when we were there, but we're learning through stumbling blocks to stepping stones, and every single day. In Vogue Travel, Will, we're gonna be sending out a blast email to all CNY Fertility clients, where you can click a button and send a link to say enough with doctors profiting over patients, and this method of treatment patents in the office must be eliminated in America. Most countries don't allow them, by the way. And a supplement you can get for a fraction of the cost, where Dr. Gleicher is selling it for this much more money. He wants $150,000 from me in order to do this. And I'm sorry, it's wrong. He's going to take me to court, and they want millions of dollars potentially, and to see your charts, and I'm not going to let that happen. I will go to jail over that one, by the way. All right, we're finishing up. We'll see you guys in Syracuse, Albany, Rochester, Buffalo, Philadelphia, Dr. Ivanov. Let's see, Atlanta, Dr. Rudialis, Dr. K2 Conrup in Sarasota. Oh, and the team in Colorado. But remember, wherever you're at, you're on a fertile journey, and you have faith over facts and spirit over science. Never, ever, ever give up. No. We are coaches and cheerleaders although we're licensed to practice medicine, but we're really sharing this and sharing all these ideas as a coach and a cheerleader that you have the right to know about. But remember, you control the destiny, but it's all God's work and energy. See you guys later. God bless. Take care.
Take care.